What's up, everybody? It's the Genuine Article. It's Jimmy from the Q. Many of you know me from Stash Club Wrestling. But today, my own channel, we're doing Top 9, the only pro wrestling content show that doesn't give you 10, but only 9. Today, top 9 things I want to see in the WWE in 2026. Yes, we're looking to the future. The vision most recently, pretty blurred out a little bit. But these are just kind of 9 things that I would like to see in the year 2026 within the programming of the World Wrestling Entertainment. If you guys haven't already liked, subscribe, go follow me on the socials. The Instagram's popping, the Twitter's popping, the TikTok is popping. Working on some stuff that'll be coming out shortly. Very excited to announce it, launch it. Don't know when it's really going to be happening. But, and also, too, my Stash Club Wrestling brother, John Moonsall, he has some great stuff on his channel. And, of course, his Stash Club Wrestling channel. So thankful that I'm like 6 months in doing that channel. Most recently went to TNA Bound for Glory. Had the time of my life. But, yeah, let's crack into today's top 9 things that Jimmy from the Q, the Genuine Article, wants to see in the WWE in the year 2026. Let's hope we make it first, though, huh? Number 9, Dom Mysterio, Liv Morgan, tying the knot, having a good old-fashioned wedding. Let me take a sip of my coffee real quick. Salted caramel, cold brew Trenta, because I'm a big boy. The thickest podcaster in the wrestling right now. Delicious. But yes, speaking of thick, Dom Mysterio, Liv Morgan, these two having a wedding would probably break viewership numbers. Weddings always do in pro wrestling, and it would just be phenomenal. Dom would definitely just make it himself, like his maybe not even have the Judgment Day be best men, have it all be like former cellmates, prisoners. Liv's dress can be kind of like the bandana style that he kind of wears, and then of course it being interrupted by maybe the ghosts of Dom's past, maybe Liv's past. Maybe we get a Lana feature, kind of I think a callback. I'm pretty sure Liv interrupted Lana and Bobby Lashley's wedding. Yeah, I remember that. That was awful. Maybe do that. But she's not the main point. Maybe also do Mommy, and then the more important objection would be Roxanne Perez, who, I mean, they've kind of weaned off, Roxanne's sort of lust for Dom, or, maybe not lust, but maybe, acts of love, bringing in chicken nuggies, all that kind of, googly-eyed stuff has been kind of weaned off a bit, but we still know what's good. And even there's the jealousy of Liv towards Roxanne and Raquel, where the, former tag team champions, of course, lost them, but most recently in Raw, I noticed that Raquel and Roxanne, very reminiscent of the red gear from WrestleMania 41. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But yes, wrestling weddings are just absolutely chaotic. The visuals would just be stuff that would be replayed in WWE history years from now. It would be an all-time segment, and just, I need it.
8.
8's like the number 8. like the number 8.
Number 8, Obafemi to win a world championship. This guy has box office written all over him. Should have probably been out of NXT a while ago, but he led that brand as NXT champion. I say that, but I also believe too that he should have probably beaten Adam Cole's record for longest NXT World Champion ever. I was actually okay with him never losing the belt and almost bringing it up to the main roster and having it for God knows how long. Maybe not even losing it. Maybe relinquish it and being like, hey, I've had it. I've been up here for long enough. Start a tournament, chumps. He's that visually impressive. He's also very good in the ring. Very improving on the mic, I feel like, too. And he's going to be a WrestleMania main eventer for years to come. It just makes the utmost sense that Obafemi wins one of the world titles, because they got 2 of them now these days. So book that, please. Obafemi wins the world title, please. Number 7, I'm saying with kind of like, but like storyline development. I think shocking moments need to happen. He would crush it as one. Cody Rhodes as a heel in 2026. Thing is, you gotta find someone on the up and up to be the babyface to fight Cody. And my thing is, like, I was definitely someone that wanted a Cody double turn at SummerSlam this past year against John Cena, but I'm happy they didn't do it because Cody's such a good babyface. But there's been a few times where in certain crowds and what have you, the crowd's getting a little Super Cena-ish fatigue from him, I feel like. And what better way to kind of then, revitalize his character and a heel turn that could be not just one heel turn and then the run stinks like a John Cena. But I think Cody could have such a long, lengthy, iconic run that, in the inevitable, the inevitable, what am I trying to say? The inevitableness of, becoming such a dominant and, polarizing heel is that the eventual crowds love you because everyone eventually loves the cool heel. Cody Rhodes would thrive in that role. I think that's something I just want to see in 2026. It would generate a lot of buzz, I feel like, at this point. Number 6 for me is a personal one, and just kind of a, I believe in manifesting, speaking things out loud. I want Kevin Owens to return to the ring in 2026. Again, I don't know the severity of his injury, and of course his health comes first before an in-ring return, but it's more so just kind of hoping that one of the most underrated professional wrestlers of all time comes back healthy, strong, and, is way more deserving of being a one-time world champion, and even so, it's the Universal Championship, so kind of feels like a fake championship, but it's not because he's probably my favorite Universal Champion. Now looking back at it, that might be Roman Reigns, but still, like Roman Reigns' Universal title run was, generational. But Kevin Owens, a lot of fun. We'll never forget that time Triple H, crowned him and started that run. So, and of course the friendship of Jericho. So yes, just hoping Kevin Owens gets healthy, strong, and is able to come back. And whether that be a role, maybe in commentary, because he would be probably the funniest commentator ever. I think probably ever. I think he would do such a good job. So please, Kevin Owens, come back 2026. Come back strong and healthy.
Five-time WCW champ.
Number 5 is something that I've been preaching for years. WWE brings back big-ass pyro to star every Raw and SmackDown with rock music. Now, hear me out. I am a big, music lover of a large variety. I love everything. I love hip-hop. I love rock. I love Latin. I love, electronic. Markish enough, wrestling theme songs are probably my favorite. And the best, though, openings to Raw, SmackDown, the theme songs, it's rock and roll. It's something to get the blood pumping. It's changing my background real quick. It's no big deal. Those are all my titles and trophies, and my girlfriend, that's definitely not a cutout. What was I saying? Pyro, rock and roll music, get the show, get the blood pumping, make it happen. Let's effing go. I think Marilyn Manson's canceled, but like Beautiful People, SmackDown, chills. So yeah, that's one thing I would like to see brought back. I like the Raw theme. Like the Raw theme has kind of grown on me a little bit, but yes, that's something I would really like to see come back.
Figure 4 time! Figure 4 on a walrus! I didn't know it was possible! Cuckoo!
Number 4 is kind of an interesting one. I would love to see, okay, of course, James, you'd love to see this. A large faction, formed, kind of like the NWO. And not maybe not the literal NWO, but here's the caveat. Women! Give me a large NWO-esque faction of women that are taking over the show, because it's just one of those things where they can kind of, their motivation could be, women's, rights and how far women's wrestling has come, and now we're at a point where women's wrestling is the best part of the show. Let's have a faction sort of like the NWO where it's just the women taking over the show, and maybe we get some intergender matches. I think that could be very compelling. It's led by Rhea Ripley, just something that kind of transcends and would be something larger than just the typical tag team or 3-person, 4-person stable. I mean, Damage Control is pretty good, but I'm talking big numbers. And I'm talking about a bigger mission. Just something kind of out of the box. No, I would say LWO, but that's taken. So wait, what would LWO be? Oh, Ladies World Order was what I was thinking. Women World Order? Nah, I don't know. No NWO. Don't do the NWO. But something along the lines of that, where it's a large faction of women dominating the show, wanting to take over the show. Maybe even because how long can you keep doing NXT? Or maybe if you want a 4th show on some kind of platform, a women's only weekly show. I don't know. Do it. The women are so good right now. NXT, Raw, and SmackDown has, Tiffany Stratton, my all-time favorite, Jade Cargill. So there's a plethora of women's wrestlers that are now, I'd say Io Sky is just the best wrestler, period. Remove the word woman. So it's just, we're at a point now where I think a large women's faction could be something to get to take over the year headlines,
Yo, you're going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of heat time.
I'm probably in the minority in this next one, but give me WWE Power Rankings. Make wins and losses matter. I am a stat nerd. One thing about sports, and I'm a big betting guy too. I like looking at statistics. I like seeing, this guy has hit 3 touchdowns in the last 3 games. He's due, or maybe he's not due. Stuff like that, and also just the competitiveness. I like when the AEW did it, but they didn't really follow through. I think there's a certain way in upkeeping of the rules, and kind of goes to a larger conversation of the roster split in some regards, where it's I would like to see them kind of tighten up, making sure the Raw and SmackDown split kind of stays strict. You don't see guys flopping shows too often, so to where the point it becomes a big deal when you see a guy on a different show. And then of course the power rankings, I think you can kind of twist it to be maybe only for your mid-card title, because sometimes they get in positions, the WWE that is, where it's a returning superstar wants to come in and then challenge instantly for the world title. It's some of it's kind of ridiculous, because who have you beaten to earn this world title shot, but also sometimes off merit, all that jazz. So whether it's for a specific division like the tag team division or the mid-card titles, I just love to see. One thing I grew up on and I loved hitting back when the internet was kind of normal, you'd go on the desktop, you'd go to WWE.com, and you would check that Power 25, and you would see the little blurbs talk about the reasoning why. Sometimes it'd be Edge and Lita, because they are a couple, so it's Lita's the women's champion, Edge is the WWE champion, that's a power couple, put them number 1. Stuff like that. Power rankings, bring them back!
You want to run things here?
No, not at all.
Huh? You want to be daddy? Said it? Number 2, you want to wear the daddy pants? Huh? You gonna cry? You gonna cry?
So.
Huh? You gonna cry? You gonna cry? Huh?
What are you?
Huh? You're gonna squirt some? You gonna cry? Huh? Yeah, see, you're gonna cry, huh? You're a big man now, huh? Yeah, thought so.
I'm going to get flamed for this one too. Number 2, I want All Elite Wrestling and the World Wrestling Entertainment to work together. We are only alive so often. There's only so much time. WWE, you're working with AAA, you're working with TNA, and is that really maybe, some of the reasoning behind that could be because you want them to be over AEW and then kind of, take away a little bit from them, probably. But why? Why are we fighting when we should be loving? Why can't we have a Tony Storm versus Io Sky? Why can't we have a Kenny Omega versus a CM Punk? Maybe we can actually make fucking money off the most talked about wrestling angle. that wasn't an angle of all time. God forbid. So yeah, I mean, I know it's a lot easier said than done. There'd be many hoops to jump through, but AEW, WWE work together. Whether it's one freaking show or freaking, I don't know, allow Edge to come back for one match against Cena. I know that's not 2026, but you know what I'm saying. Like, something along the lines of maybe them at the Hall of Fame ceremony, because you would assume Cena will be inducted shortly after he retires. Stuff like that. We are only here for so long. Make some magic happen. Tony Khan, Nick Khan, Triple H, Christopher Daniels. Now I'm just naming people.
Do what? Do what? We gonna do what? Do what?
And the number one thing, and maybe not like number one, like this is the number one thing I want to see, like for sure, but I like to, if it's going to happen next year, which I think it will, if The Rock is retiring, which I think he either already is or gearing up to, I'd like to see The Rock's final match not in Saudi Arabia. And I know I'm a little biased because I'm not in Saudi Arabia, but, The Rock, I can easily see The Rock ending up having a match in Saudi, whether it's the Rumble or maybe the WrestleMania the following year, I believe. But I kind of think, like, he only has one or two left, and if he has one in Saudi, it's probably going to be his last match. I don't want to see that. I like to see The Rock have his last match on good old U.S. soil, whether it be in Miami, New York, where else could it be? I mean, Boston, but, I don't think so. If we're not getting Cena, then we're not getting Rock. Where else could Rock retire? I mean, Saudi Arabia will pay the most. Maybe it makes the most sense. But something about, I want to be able to have at least the option to fly to The Rock's last match and be there and feel the electricity. And I think it should happen in 2026 because he's getting up there and he's a very busy man. So The Rock's final match on U.S. soil, that will finish up today's top 9 list from the Genuine article, Jimmy from the Q. Guys, it's been an absolute honor. Like, subscribe, do all that cool YouTube stuff. Check me out on the socials. I appreciate you guys. If you guys want to see another top 9 list, leave what you guys think I should do in the comments. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and stay curious.